Okay, this should be a quick one. Just some news of the day type stuff. Shane Bowers is set to sign with the Avs, so foregoing his NCAA, I believe, junior year. He's gonna sign with the Avs, and of course, he came over from Ottawa and the Duchesne trade. The trade that keeps giving to Colorado just keeps rolling along. So we'll see potentially if he signs, they could throw him in the lineup. We could see him as soon as next week, depending on when he signs and what they do with him. So that's interesting. Teams came out with Masterton Award nominees today. Not all of them have been released. I brought three notables that I think could win it out of the ones that have been released so far. Corey Crawford, when you return from injuries the way he has, and just those what appear to be career-threatening concussions, it is in your favor that you may win this trophy. Robin Leonard, all the personal demons he's overcome in the last year, make him a good pick, and Joe Thornton. Joe Thornton, a year ago, we were talking about his career was probably over. This is it. Thornton's done. And surprise, surprise, he's actually, I think, playing better this year than he did last year. And I think that San Jose in general is pretty happy with him and pretty happy they brought him back. And I would not be surprised to see him come back again next year. If you're a Canucks fan, the good news is Quinn Hughes is likely to make his debut tonight. On the downside, he is not the second coming of Bobby Orr. I do worry about him being overhyped, but I will say this: he is a very good defenseman who hopefully has a seamless transition to becoming a productive NHL player. And he's already suffered an injury, so he's proven himself to be a Canuck. That's what's needed for Canucks blue line. Are you ready to get injured? What? Just sign the contract. No, what was that about an injury? No, I really want to know. Do all the defensemen in Vancouver get injured? Really? That many games. So yeah, he'll play tonight, and we'll see how long the health stays. Come on. So yeah, Hughes likely to debut tonight. Tage Thompson has been sent to the American Hockey League by Buffalo. Uh, Thompson to me is well, he's an interesting case for me because he got sent over from St. Louis, and this is largely why. There's some things to like with his game, but at the end of the night, there's guys who can probably do the job better in the bottom six, and I don't know that he has the top six potential. So maybe going to the American League will help him. We'll see, right? Kind of fingers crossed for the guy, right? Landon Bow's been recalled by the Dallas Stars due to the injury to Ben Bishop, and now I'm already reading articles like the Bishop injury could be good. Come on, guys, come on now. Hudobin's been fantastic, but to even try to say, well, it's good if he's out till the playoffs. Look, I've been saying that about Fleury, but the Vegas Golden Knights don't rely on Fleury, and this is weird to say, as much as Dallas relies on Bishop, because Vegas can score a ton of goals, and Dallas, it depends on the game. I do think that if Bishop were out, they don't provide great goal support for Hudobin. His record shows that. If we had to go with Hudobin in round one, still, if they make it, they likely do. I don't know. I don't know that I like that scenario, and I don't know if I like the idea of Bishop being hurt. Yeah, and not only that, but Bishop's career of injury after injury after injury. This is just another one. This isn't the first one he's had this year. Whereas with Marc Andre Fleury, I don't know. I feel like maybe he's getting overplayed, and maybe he's sitting on a beach somewhere like, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe Jonathan Quick and Jack Campbell got him a ticket for Fiji and said, "You'll love it there. Spend a couple weeks there and relax." It's a joke going way back. Anyways, so we'll see whether or not it benefits Dallas to be without their best goaltender for a while, and we don't know how long it's going to be either, which kind of terrifies me. And Carson Coleman's been sent to the American League by Boston. This would not be news, but I want to bring this up because I don't really talk about this. One thing that's been very apparent to me this year is that Boston's one of those organizations now, and Tampa's been there for a while. There are some organizations to do this, but there are some quality players that get thrown in when guys get hurt. There are teams that are able to absorb injuries And you don't notice? So for Boston, Bergeron's missed significant time. Pasternak's missed significant time. Krug's missed significant time. And it really hasn't negatively impacted the team. So it's one of those notes I want to make, and maybe at the end of the year, we can come up with, and people have been already messaging me saying, hey, can we have, what are the awards going to be this year? Because I did THG awards last year. And I want to do something different again this year. So definitely we could have an award for the team that absorbed the injuries the best. A team that, and again, Tampa would be up there as a team that can absorb the injuries. They were very fortunate in that a lot of their core didn't really have that problem. But of course, Vasilevsky went out, Domingue went in, and they just kept winning. So there you go. Just quick news of the day today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win the Masterton Trophy? The list is going to be continued to be released during the day, and we'll have all 31 names soon. I know Jacob Markstrom was nominated for the Canucks, which is interesting. He's considered a little bit young for the Masterton, and I wouldn't put him ahead of those three guys. Tyler Ennis was nominated for the Leafs. Taylor Fadoon for Dallas is an example because he stuck with it. Basically, the Masterton Award is for somebody who's dedicated to hockey, and when other people might have given up, they don't. And when dealing with injury, they fight their way back, and they come back looking as good as ever, or just playing at all. That's why Gord Kluzak won it back in the day when he did, because just being able to play at all with his knees how they were, minor miracle. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hey, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. I'll talk to you again soon.